I booked an Airbnb 3 years ago, hoping for a peaceful weekend getaway. No special occasion, just a chance to unwind from the daily grind. The destination was a secluded cabin, 4 hours from my hometown. When I arrived early in the morning, the cabin looked perfectly isolated, with just 3 or 4 other cabins scattered within a mile. Dense woods formed the backyard, and the solitude was exactly what I had been seeking. Excited, I spent the morning exploring the property and enjoying its unique features. Later in the afternoon, I settled into a swinging chair on the back patio. Gazing out into the woods, I noticed a man walking among the trees. He seemed ordinary enough, probably a guest at one of the other cabins. He disappeared deeper into the woods, and I returned to savoring the tranquility. I spent nearly an hour outside before heading in to make dinner, followed by a relaxing movie night. But halfway through the film, the doorbell rang. Surprised, since I hadn't realized the cabin even had a doorbell. I answered the door. The man from the woods stood on my porch, smiling broadly. "How can I help you?" I asked, trying to mask my unease. He explained he'd been lost for hours and needed help finding his way back to his cabin. There was something off about him, but I couldn't pinpoint what it was. "Sure, let me grab my phone so you can look up the address," I said, closing the door. But when I returned, phone in hand, the porch was empty. The man had vanished. I paused in the doorway, unsettled. It didn't make sense, and a feeling of unease settled over me. Cautiously, I returned to my movie, eventually convincing myself to go to bed. Despite everything, I slept well. In the morning, I took my coffee to the back porch, but my peace was short-lived. 10 minutes later, the man appeared in the woods again, walking the same path as the day before. He wasn't lost, so why had he come to my cabin? Disturbed, I called a friend to share the bizarre events, hoping for some clarity. As we talked, the doorbell rang again, making my heart skip a beat. I whispered to my friend about what was happening, leaving the call active as I cautiously opened the door. "Do you need something?" I asked. The man stood there, repeating his request for help as if nothing had happened. "Can you get your phone and search for the address?" he asked, his tone eerily unchanged. A chill ran down my spine. I slammed the door and frantically updated my friend, who urged me to leave immediately. Agreeing, I hurriedly packed my bags. Peering through the peephole, I ensured the man was gone before rushing to my car. As I backed out, I glanced at the cabin and froze. The man stood inside, peering out the window, watching me drive away. Once home, I contacted the Airbnb owner, describing the chilling encounter. His response was dismissive, a brief apology for my dissatisfaction. I never figured out what the man's intentions were, but the image of him inside the cabin as I fled haunts me to this day.